Hey everyone, welcome back to English Medium Podcast. I'm Mike, your not-so-perfect language coach who still trips over idioms sometimes, and I'm here to help you sound more human. Lily, you ready?
Absolutely, Mike. Hi, everyone. I'm Lily. I speak a handful of languages. I make a lot of mistakes on purpose sometimes, and I'm here to help you loosen up and enjoy speaking English. Let's get into it.
Okay, quick mission statement before we dive in. This show is about moving away from textbook, robotic English and getting comfortable with the messy, colorful language people actually use every day. It's about connection, not perfection. We'll teach you phrases, show you how to use them, and then you'll hear them in natural conversation. That's the whole point.
Right. We want you to be confident in cafes, meetings, parties, wherever you need to talk. Confidence beats perfection always. And hey, if you spill the beans accidentally, that's okay. We'll cover that too.
Speaking of which, quick vocab preview. 2 phrases we'll highlight today. Spill the beans and crash out. Short definitions. Spill the beans means to reveal a secret or give information you weren't supposed to. Crash out means to fall asleep quickly, often from exhaustion. We'll use both in the main chat, so listen for them.
Easy to remember, beans and crash. Also, later we'll break down 5 key expressions from the episode, so you'll get definitions, examples, and quick practice ideas.
Perfect. All right, main conversation time. I had one of those chaotic days yesterday. You know the kind. I woke up late, my coffee spilled on my shirt, and then...
Wait, you spilled your coffee on your shirt? Classic. Tell me everything. Did you, spill the beans about it to anyone?
No, I didn't spill the beans like that, although I might have admitted it to my team. So I dashed out the door, ran into an old colleague who asked about my weekend, and I just blurted out this whole embarrassing story about tripping on a curb. I mean, who does that? But it felt natural.
Exactly. And that's the point. Natural English often includes little confessions, short comments, and those quick asides that make conversation lively. You don't have to aim for a perfect sentence. You just have to be real.
Right. And after that, I had back-to-back meetings. One got postponed, the next got longer, and by the end of the day, I was like, I'm gonna crash out on the couch as soon as I get home. I texted my roommate, hey, I'll probably crash out early. Don't text me trash.
That's brilliant. Crash out early? Listeners, hear how casual that sounds. You can say it to friends, family, even coworkers if you have a relaxed relationship. It signals tiredness without sounding dramatic.
And then, oh man, my roommate had this huge bag of chicks and was like, by the way, you should try this new salsa. And before I knew it, she'd spilled the beans about a surprise birthday party for me next week. I was like, what? So I guess she spilled the beans after all.
Wow, surprise party. That's sweet. See, idioms like these show emotion and color. Spill the beans sounds more playful than just reveal a secret. And it's shorter, punchier, which is great for conversations.
Totally. All right, now let's pause that scene and do our language breakdown. We promised 5 key expressions. Here they are. 1, spill the beans. 2, crash out. 3, hang tight. 4, call it a day. 5, hit me up. Lily, can you start us off with spill the beans?
Sure. Spill the beans. Definition: to reveal secret information. Example: don't spill the beans about the promotion. It's not public yet. Context tip: use it in informal settings. It's playful. For practice, imagine a short story where someone almost spills a secret at lunch. Say it out loud. Don't spill the beans.
Nice. Crash out, meaning to fall asleep quickly because you're exhausted. Example, after the hike, I crashed out on the sofa. Context tip, casual. You can also say crash alone. I crashed at my sister's last night. For practice, try telling a friend about a long day and end with, I just crashed.
Hang tight, meaning wait patiently or stay in place for a moment. Example, hang tight, I'll be with you in 5 minutes. Tone, reassuring. Practice idea, role play a phone call where you need someone to wait.
Call it a day, meaning stop working for the day. Example, we fixed the last bug. Let's call it a day. Use it when you want a polite way to end a task. Practice. At the end of a study session, say to your partner, let's call it a day.
And hit me up, meaning contact me, usually casually. Example, hit me up if you want to grab coffee. It's informal, great for friends or casual colleagues. Practice by giving contact suggestions after an event. Hit me up later and I'll send the link.
Great breakdown. Now, let's have an extended discussion on fluency, why you should prioritize comfort and confidence over perfect grammar. Lily, you always bring empathy here.
Thanks. Look, I've been learning languages since I was a kid, and one thing I noticed is the people who sound the most fluent aren't the ones with perfect grammar. They're the ones who speak with ease, who recover from mistakes, who laugh, and who keep the conversation going. Fluency is more about managing real-time interaction than reciting perfect sentences.
Yes. Think about music. Grammar is like knowing the notes. Fluency is the melody, the rhythm, the little improvisations. If you focus too much on hitting every note perfectly, you miss the song. So practice connecting phrases, using fillers intentionally, and prioritizing meaning.
And let's be clear, fillers like or aren't bad. They're natural. Later in the episode, we'll talk specifically about filler words and how they can actually help you sound more native-like when used appropriately.
Before that, bonus conversation scenario, procrastination and distractions. Ready?
Ready. Let's dive in. Let's unpack our first bonus conversation scenario, procrastination and distractions. Ready?
I've been procrastinating all afternoon. My to-do list is exploding.
Same here. I keep getting distracted by memes. Don't judge me.
No judgment. Hang tight. I'll send you a productivity playlist.
Deal. And if I disappear, just assume I crashed out.
That was cute. Notice how those phrases fit naturally? Hang tight, crashed out. They're short, easy to drop into a conversation, and they carry tone.
Okay, let's lighten things up with a fun debate section. Dogs versus cats. Quick rules, we each get 2 minutes to argue, then a short rebuttal. Lily, you start.
All right. Cats are independent, graceful, and low maintenance. For people who work a lot or travel, cats are perfect. They don't need constant attention. Also, they're hilarious in unexpected ways, and they often act like roommates who ignore you but secretly love you.
Lily, come on. Dogs are loyal, energetic, and they make you get outside. They read your mood, they greet you like you've been gone for years, even if you left for 2 minutes. Plus, they're great for social conversations. You're walking a dog, people start chatting. That's how friendships begin in the real world.
Okay, I'll give you the walking point. But cats have attitude, and attitude is conversational gold. You can joke about it. Say, my cat's totally judging my life choices, and people get it. That's a social advantage.
True. End of debate. Both animals win for conversational content.
Agreed. End of debate. Both animals win for conversational content.
Now back to teaching. A final teaching moment summarizing today's core lesson. Natural expressions and confidence are your friends. Use idioms, phrasal verbs, and fillers strategically to sound natural, but always prioritize making yourself understood. Practice these phrases out loud in real situations, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
And remember, communication is two-way. Active listening, nods, small confirmations, they matter. We'll get into active listening in a bit.
Before that, quick outro reminder for listeners. Practice the new phrases, try the improvisation games we'll suggest, and sign up for our email list if you want practice prompts. Lily?
Yeah, and post a short audio clip of you using one phrase from today's episode on our community board. We'll listen and give feedback. It's a safe place, promise.
Awesome. But hold on. We promised an extra topic, addressing filler words like like, and you know. Let's unpack them.
Filler words are not a sign of weakness. They serve as thinking time, and they can make you sound more conversational. The trick is to use them sparingly and rhythmically. Can give you a beat. Like can soften a statement. You know invites agreement. Listen and mimic where native speakers place these fillers.
Audio profile. Mike Henderson. The scene. This is an audio episode. Conversational, relatable, and educational about natural English fluency for intermediate to advanced non-native English speakers who feel stuck in textbook-style speech and want to sound more natural and confident in social or professional settings. The conversation is already underway. The previous line was, invites agreement. Listen and mimic where native speakers place these fillers. Practice tip. Record yourself telling a short story, then intentionally add 1 or 2 natural fillers where you'd pause. Don't overdo it. Too many fillers can be distracting, but the right amount makes speech flow more like spontaneous conversation.
Also, try replacing long pauses with short fillers or connectors. So, these are useful in both casual and semi-professional settings, as long as you don't rely on them to hide uncertainty.
The art of small talk. How to start a conversation at a cafe or party. Lily, go.
Small talk is a skill. Start with an observation. This place has great coffee, right? Or, that's a cool jacket. Where did you get it? Ask open questions, but keep them light. What brought you here tonight? Use follow-up phrases like, oh, interesting, or tell me more about that, to keep things going.
And use context cues. At a party, ask about the host. At a cafe, ask about the book someone's reading. Also, short self-disclosures help. I just moved here, still finding my favorite coffee spot. That invites empathy and often a helpful suggestion.
Practice exercise. Next time you're in line, ask the person behind you an easy question. Have you been here before? Simple, low stakes. Then use active listening to follow up.
Now, let's tackle slang versus professional English. Where's the line, Lily?
Audio profile. Lily Chen. This is an audio episode, conversational, relatable, and educational, about natural English fluency for intermediate to advanced non-native English speakers who feel stuck in textbook-style speech and want to sound more natural and confident in social or professional settings. The conversation is already underway. The previous line was, now let's tackle slang versus professional English. Where's the line, Lily? Context matters. Save heavy slang for friends and informal chats. In professional settings, use milder, conversational phrases like touch base instead of hit me up, unless your workplace is very casual. When in doubt, match your counterpart's register. If they use formal language, mirror that. If they're casual, you can be casual back.
A useful trick? Learn 2 versions of phrases. One casual, one professional. Example casual, hit me up. Professional alternative, feel free to reach out. Practice both so you can switch fluidly.
Next big topic, the power of phrasal verbs. These are everywhere in spoken English and make speech fluid. Examples, bring up, look into, run out of, turn up. They're idiomatic, but learners who master them sound much more natural.
Right. And sometimes there's no single word substitute. Look into instead of investigate. Both are correct, but look into is more conversational. Practice by swapping formal words for phrasal verbs in sentences you already know.
Quick drill. Turn these formal sentences into conversational phrasal verb forms. I will investigate that becomes I'll look into that. We ran out of milk stays the same, but notice the sound change in connected speech. Ran out of milk. It's linked. Which brings us to listening comprehension.
Yes, we'll play a fast-paced audio clip, well, describe one now for practice, and analyze connected speech patterns. Imagine someone saying, "You gonna come over later? I'll pick up pizza, we can hang out and chill." The connected speech makes going to become gonna. Pick up sounds like one action.
Listeners, try to transcribe that line and then say it back in natural speech. Focus on linking words and reduced forms. Gonna, wanna, lemme, gotta. These are common in casual speech and help with comprehension.
Okay, regional accent appreciation. A short tour. Accents vary, and that's okay. British, American, Australian, Indian, Irish, each has unique vowel and rhythm patterns. The key is comprehension, not imitation.
And listening to different accents helps you become a better listener overall. Expose yourself to diverse podcasts, TV shows, and conversations. You'll pick up rhythm, slang, and cultural references that make your speech more flexible.
Next important one. Overcoming fear of mistakes. Lily, you're an expert in the psychology here.
I've coached hundreds. Fear comes from the idea that mistakes equal failure. But mistakes are data. They're feedback. Accept small errors publicly. Smile. Correct yourself if needed, and move on. The more you allow imperfection, the faster you'll improve.
A short exercise. Deliberately say something slightly wrong in a low-stakes environment, then correct it. Notice how people respond. They often help you. This desensitizes the fear.
Also, practice self-compassion. Replace harsh self-talk with neutral observations. Oh, I missed that tense. Next time I'll try. Be your own coach, not your critic.
Storytelling techniques next. How to structure a funny or interesting anecdote. Start with the hook, set the scene briefly, give one or two specific details, and end with a twist or punchline.
Audio profile. Lily Chen. The scene. This is an audio episode. Conversational, relatable, and educational about natural English fluency for intermediate to advanced non-native English speakers who feel stuck in textbook-style speech and want to sound more natural and confident in social or professional settings. The conversation is already underway. The previous line was, wrap me briefly, give one or two specific details, and end with a twist or punchline. Director's notes. Style. Conversational, relatable, and educational. Adopt an empathetic, warm, and articulate delivery that highlights your expertise while remaining highly relatable. Use thoughtful pauses to let key points about language anxiety sink in, and let your voice convey genuine curiosity and sharp wit during dialogue segments. Ensure your intonation is clear and encouraging, helping listeners feel empowered to embrace their mistakes. Example. Hook. You won't believe what happened on my way to the interview. Scene. I was late, wearing 2 different shoes. Detail. My shoelaces got tangled with a stroller. Twist. I still got the job. They loved my creative problem solving. Keep it short and vivid.
Audio profile. Mike Henderson. The scene? This is an audio episode, conversational, relatable, and educational, about natural English fluency for intermediate to advanced non-native English speakers who feel stuck in textbook-style speech and want to sound more natural and confident in social or professional settings. The conversation is already underway. The previous line was, wow, they loved my creative problem solving. Keep it short and vivid. Think cultural context of idioms. Why do we say things like spill the beans? Many idioms come from old customs or metaphors. Knowing a little background makes them easier to remember and use. But you don't need to memorize histories, just know tone and register.
For instance, spill the beans likely comes from voting beans or a secret being revealed. It sounds playful, not harsh. Crash for sleeping comes from the fast, sudden image of falling. It's vivid, and that's why it's stuck.
Next, the role of body language, how gestures supplement verbal fluency. Even in phone calls, your posture and facial expressions change your voice. In person, use small gestures, maintain eye contact, and nod to show you're listening.
A practical tip. When you want to emphasize a point, use a single hand gesture. Don't overdo it. Lean forward slightly to show interest. And in professional settings, more restrained gestures are better.
Audio profile, Mike Henderson. The scene. This is an audio episode, conversational, relatable, and educational, about natural English fluency for intermediate to advanced non-native English speakers who feel stuck in textbook-style speech and want to sound more natural and confident in social or professional settings. The conversation is already underway. The previous line was, "How interest," and in professional settings, more restrained gestures are better. Style, conversational, relatable, and educational. Maintain a high-energy, welcoming, and conversational tone that sounds like a supportive friend rather than a lecturer. Use natural pacing with occasional light laughter to emphasize the importance over perfection. Keep the pitch varied and engaging to ensure listeners feel encouraged and at ease throughout the episode. Transcript. Improvisation games. Exercises to practice quick thinking. Game 1. One-word story. You and a partner alternate adding one word to create a story. This builds spontaneous phrasing.
Game 2. Question only. Have a whole conversation where each turn must be a question. It forces you to listen and react quickly. Game 3. Role switch. Impersonate someone else's style for 2 minutes. It helps you try new registers without fear.
Handling misunderstandings, scripts, and strategies. Simple phrases. Sorry, could you repeat that? I'm not sure I follow. Do you mean X or Y? Can you say that again, slower? Practice polite corrections. I didn't catch the last part. Did you say...
Also, use paraphrase. So what I hear you saying is, it buys time and checks comprehension. Don't guess, clarify. That's part of confident speaking.
Audio profile, Mike Henderson. The scene. This is an audio episode, conversational, relatable, and educational, about natural English fluency for intermediate to advanced non-native English speakers who feel stuck in textbook-style speech and want to sound more natural and confident in social or professional settings. The conversation is already underway. The previous line was, checks comprehension. Don't guess, clarify. That's part of confident speaking. Style, conversational, relatable, and educational. Maintain a high-energy, welcoming, and conversational tone that sounds like a supportive friend rather than a lecturer. Use natural pacing with occasional light laughter to emphasize the importance of connection over perfection. Keep the pitch varied and engaging to ensure listeners feel encouraged and at ease throughout the episode. The importance of active listening. Why being a good listener makes you a better speaker. Listen for cues, repeat key words, ask follow-ups. People remember how you make them feel. Being attentive builds rapport.
Active listening exercises. Summarize someone's point in one sentence, ask an open follow-up, and avoid interrupting. If you do interrupt, apologize briefly and let them continue. Practice daily in short conversations.
Tech and social media slang, a quick decode. DM means direct message. FOMO is fear of missing out. Clout means influence, and stan is an extreme fan. Use cautiously. They change fast. If you want to sound current, follow one influencer or community and learn the terms they use.
Goal setting for fluency. Make measurable, realistic goals, not be fluent. That's too vague. Instead, I will use 3 new phrasal verbs per week in conversation, or I will record and review my speaking for 10 minutes twice a week. Track progress in a simple journal.
Q&A session now. We'll answer common listener questions we've received. Question 1. How do I stop translating in my head? Lily?
Stop translating by thinking in chunks. Learn phrases, not individual words. Practice shadowing. Listen and repeat immediately. Also, reduce pressure. Allow yourself to speak in fragments at first. The brain will start thinking in the new language if you feed it phrases.
Question 2. How many filler words are too many? My answer, there's no exact number, but aim for clarity. If listeners get the point quickly and you sound intentional, fillers are fine. If they obscure meaning, reduce them.
Question 3. How do I build vocabulary relevant to my job? Read industry articles, note common collocations, and practice them in short role plays. Join a professional group and use the language in real conversations.
Reflecting on growth. We both want to share quick personal stories about language learning progress. I'll go first. When I moved countries, I used to rehearse perfect sentences and then freeze. One day, I just started telling a silly story with wrong tenses, and people laughed and engaged. That was the turning point.
Mine, I used to apologize for my accent constantly. Then a colleague said, "Your accent is part of your voice. It's interesting." That permission changed everything. I stopped overcorrecting and focused on being interesting instead of perfect.
Closing encouragement. Keep practicing, be patient, and celebrate small wins. Every successful conversation is progress. Use our community to get feedback and keep the momentum.
Resources. Quick recommendations. A book, Fluent Forever, for pronunciation and memory techniques. B. A TV show, a sitcom in English with subtitles for listening practice. C. Podcasts, short daily shows with conversational hosts. D. Apps, shadowing and recording apps for feedback.
In next episode preview, we'll focus on business small talk, how to sound natural in meetings, networking events, and client conversations. We'll bring examples, role plays, and a mini listening drill.
Before we go, a small practice challenge for listeners. Choose one phrase from today's episode, like hang tight or hit me up, and use it 3 times in real conversations this week. Record or note each use and notice how it changes your comfort level.
Final quick tip. Don't aim to erase your accent or personality. Aim to connect. Language is for relationships, not for perfection points. You've got this.
We'll say goodbye the natural way. Hit us up with questions, hang tight for the next episode, and don't forget to practice. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. And yeah, if anyone wants to send salsa recipes, I'm taking notes.